Good morning everybody, it's Friday in Yorkshire, another sunny day, so I'm back outside in what somebody thought was my own park. Actually, I'm sat in the front garden, the camera's overlooking the canal at the back and the trees on the other side, and the people that you see walking past are on the towpath. So yeah, I'm not in my own stately home with its own gardens, I'm afraid. Sorry to disappoint you. Anyway, the subject of today's chat is this. It goes on from my video on Monday where I talked about what marks a good day and a bad day, and there's been quite a lot of commentary and posting on Facebook about this, so I thought I'd extend the conversation a bit more. So one of the things that everybody compares is their race time, and of course that is probably the only objective way of comparing times and races and performances against each other. But if that's all you ever do, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed more often than you're going to be happy. For this reason: one, no race is the same from year to year because of weather conditions, road conditions, your own state of fitness. Two, different courses obviously are uncomparable. Lanzarote, for instance, is impossible to compare with Ironman Austria, just because of the amount of wind and the climbing, and the same for every other course. So your time represents the best that you can do on the day. Sometimes, given the circumstances of what happens to you on the day, how you feel, the wind conditions, your nutrition, your state of mind, obviously the training that you've done previously, all of those have a bearing on the time that you are able to do for that particular race. But that's the time you did. I'm presuming that nobody goes to an event and gives it half a shot. Everybody gives it their best shot. And if, for instance, you manage a 12-hour time, then on the day that was the best you could do. And no amount of being disappointed and reproaching yourself for not trying hard enough will change that. That was the best you could do at the time, given your mental state. Now, on another day with a different mental state and maybe a different pacing strategy, you might have been able to do better. But of course, there's no reason to be disappointed. Finishing an Ironman is a validation of all of the training that you've done. It's almost a validation of the trust and faith you put in your plan and your coach. It got you to the end of the race. It got you somewhere around the time you were hoping for, and if it weren't for a certain set of circumstances, you may have been better than the time you were hoping for, or you probably were slower than the time you were hoping for. Now, the other thing is that you can't know in advance what sort of challenges that day is going to put up in front of you. It could be the heat. It could be mechanical problems. It could be nutritional issues which cause you to have stomach problems. It could be other sorts of things like cramp. All of those are obstacles that you have to overcome. And to be honest with you, the races where I have gained the most satisfaction have not been my best performances. In fact, they've been probably, if you only looked at them on time, some of my worst performances. But I don't look at them like that because I saw them as an extreme challenge. Having stomach problems, having to visit the toilet half a dozen times, falling off my bike, having a crash, getting cramp. All of those things were easy excuses for me to pull out, and I didn't. But I managed to keep going, and I'm sure that others of you out there have exactly the same experiences, and for that you should be seeing your ability to reach the finish line as an amazing achievement. And I haven't even started talking about the obstacles and challenges you faced in preparing for that event. Remember, your Ironman day is as much as 17 hours out of 9 months of training, so it's a small part, and as I said before, a justification, a validation of all the training and effort that you put in. And sometimes it's the training that you put in that enables you to overcome the obstacles and refuse to give in when it would have been so easy. So please don't go into a race thinking, right, if I hit this time it's a success, and if I don't hit this time it's a failure. No finish line is ever a failure, and there are many ways to judge a success. And I can guarantee, giving you the benefit of my 30 years of triathlon experience and 20 years of Ironman finishing experience, that if you're able to find other measures of success, your triathlon career will be much, much more enjoyable. Alright, that's it for today. I'm off to the Outlaw. Hopefully it's going to be a great weekend. If you're there, I'll see you. Come and say hello. Otherwise, have a good one yourself. See you next week.